Welcome back to my channel. The topics for today's discussion are: what are prime numbers, who are CGGs, Egyptian, Hindu and Christian Trinities, Quetzalcoatl the feathered serpent is Venus or Shukra, and Kukulkan the snake is Earth's crust or Patala. Those are the subjects. So let us take up the first subject. What are prime numbers? Let me show you. Prime numbers by definition are the numbers which are divisible by 1 and themselves and by no other number. So 2 is divisible by 1, but it is not divisible by any other number. 3 is divisible by 1 and divisible by itself, not by any other number. So I can see first prime number is 2, second prime number is these are the serial numbers. Basically these are the serial numbers, first row, first column, and second column is the actual prime number. So let us see what these are. So now for that we need to touch on other subject. Basically this is my native language, Telugu. I love my language very much. It is such a mellifluous language that Lord Brown, when English ruled, called Telugu the Italian of the East. So basically we will discuss this subject little later, but I wanted to show you why I took up the prime numbers issue. So this is, as you all know by now, very familiar with, this is the Chichen Itza pyramid, which has basically 9 stories. Like these are the stories 1, 2, 3, like such 9 stories, and these are the steps. For each story they they have in fact 13 steps, but basically not 30 not 9, and all 9 steps have, in fact only 7 steps have 13 steps each, which makes the steps on of course, this being a square pyramid, it has 4 sides. Each side has 91 steps. These small steps you're seeing, those are 91. So though there is provision for 9 steps stories here, the steps are only 91, that is 13 into 7. So that's an indication that there are 2 more stories which are not yet filled in. I have been telling about this. Right now it is 91. When 13 all the 9 stories are filled with 13 steps each, then the number will be 91 plus 27 again. That is one more moon, one sun and 2 moons. If you have 64 plus 27 is 91, 91 plus 27 is 118. Yeah, 118 steps. So you will have 118 steps then. So why I am talking about these steps and stories here? The reason is basically these if you look at, let us say, the present system is 33 going on 34. That's what 33rd. What is the 33rd? What do you call it? Prime number? It is 137, as you can see. So 137, what do you observe here? 137 can be split into 13 and 7, right? So the first two digits here are the number of steps. The third digit here is the, 13. The first two digits are number of steps, and the third digit is number of stories, the floors. There are 7 floors. So when you look at this 33 and 137, we'll go back to the pyramid. Here we have, though we have the nine steps, 9 stories here, 9 floors here, and 13 steps each. Only 7 stories have 13 steps each. In the sense, only 91 steps are there. Meaning there are 7 stories right now, and that having 13 steps each, that is 91 days. 91 into 4 is 364, plus 1 here, that is 365. That is what this pyramid represents. But as I told you, it has provision for 9 floors actually. The 1 2 3, like if you count, there are 9 floors, but steps are 91 only, 13 sevens only. Meaning, right now it is 13.7, but they had made provision to accommodate even 9 steps. So this, that right now we are here going on to this 34. 34 has 13 steps each on every floor, 9 floors. 9 such floors we have. 9 floors have 13 steps each, meaning 13 nines, which is 117. So how can you achieve that? As I told you, here you can achieve that by placing one more moon, one sun and 2 moons. So now do you understand what the prime numbers are? So I always talk about the ions, right? 13 and 9 we have. What is, when we say 13, you should be reminded of something that I often talk about. 13 is nothing but the letter M. That is, in a way, you can call Parvati. Parvati, the crust of earth, mountainous crust of earth, which is nothing but the 13th letter. Or you can say 13th loka. I mean, that crust is formed, no doubt, but uh, which is the 13th loka? Tapaloka. Tapaloka is nothing but it is Neptune, the Ketu. Ketu itself, which actually yesterday I explained about Isis. Here, Isis, Isis is basically 6 squared, and the sun is 64, and around the sun there is one snake. That snake is nothing but Ketu, or the Corona, that is 66. Right, that 66 with, along with this guy Orion, O guy, O is nothing but 15 squared. 15 squared split into 5 cubes, and right now Rudra The Rudra 50 is ruling on behalf of his father for 5 cube, is ruling on behalf of 220 for 15 squared, unformed 15 squared, fully formed 15 squared is again Garuda, the Geradamus, or the man with wings. So this 13 is what this here, this 13 represents the Ketu. So basically, Ketu is ruling with 7 planets right now, and in future he will be ruling with 9 planets, including Rahu Ketu. There will be 9, right? In at that time, that means it will have 34. So even these have meanings. 33 is nothing but, if you watch here we have the square as 3. This is 3 squared plus 3 cubed, meaning 3, 3. Both square and cube of 3. That represents 33. In the sense, the Chandra rules 33, in the sense till here these 3 worlds, Chandra rules over these 3 worlds. So that is why now when we are moving to 34, what does it mean? 34 would have 13 and the one 13 only, that is it is still M, it is still Neptune, only till Neptune, but it will have 9 planets. Meaning 3, 4, if you observe next here, if you observe what are these? This is the 4 cube, right? This is the 4 cube and 3 square is still continuing. So this 3 and this 4 are 34. So basically, the as long as it is 34, this will be the age, but very soon what people like me who advocate for 44, when I say 44, I often say 44 is it is nothing but 4 raised to 4, that this will have the value 19.3. 19, what is the 19th letter? 19th letter is S. So by the time this age comes, it will be 19th letter which will be ruling, and of course only there will be 3 stories only. 3 stories. See here, for 32 if you take, then we had only 13 and 1, meaning there was only one story, only single storied pyramid, single storied pyramid of 13 steps. That means only 13 steps were there, but the this 32 represents basically the lower world, like this one. So 1 cube plus 2 cube is uh, this, basically 3 squared. 3 squared is this one. 3 squared is 32. That 32 is 131, meaning 13. The M only, still the base is M only, or the what do you call, the mm, female counterpart is M only, but male will be Agni, or what do you call the here, you can see this will be the ruler. And now let us go to 44. I talked about 44. Why I am interested in 44 is 44, the 44th prime number is 193, that is 19th emanation, and will be the female counterpart, and the third one is again not quite. The fourth 44 is fourth sun as well as another sun, two suns. So here 193, three suns. We already have one sun, so this will be 4 4. We will have three suns, and those three suns amount to 192. So 193 will have three suns here. And one more interesting thing I always discuss about is basically I used to tell you about this uh, what do you call remote? Yeah, it is here. So I always talk about the knowledge tree, this branch, and the life tree. The life tree, when it comes to this between lives area, if you have 10 raised to 46, I used to tell, it will go here. It will take this path, your soul. But if you have more than 46, it will take this path and reach heaven ultimately. So what is 46 here? Let us check. 46 is 199, meaning the mother is still S. S is nothing but, I used to tell you about my invention or discovery that whenever 119 protons come together, they split into 3 into 10 raised to 8. That means 119 is the electromagnetic radiation. It is basically the snake, a snake. So that snake gives energy to any other snake, in the sense it will cater to the energy needs of 118 elements that are contained here in the pyramid. So we were thinking, I just now I told you that if you have one sun and two moons here, that will be 118. So that 118, for that 118, this 46 will cater, in the sense it is the mother of all material. That is why in quantum, this under this the quantum world exists. That is a perfectly material world. So just immediately after that, 47 is 21 1, in the sense, what is the 21st letter? 21st letter is U. Mind you, it has entered U. Okay, so U, there is only one story of U, meaning still it is. I have always been explaining the what U is here. You see here, U will not be here because. Let me explain this first, and let us go to U. For briefly, I will explain probably for benefit of, yeah. This is U, right? 21 square is U, and when we have 21 square, this 15 squared is the Garuda, fully formed Garuda, and this 6 cube is does not have 1 cube and 2 cube, so this is the Vasuki. It is not fully formed. Had it been fully formed, it would have become a bird, not a snake. It wouldn't have remained a snake. So this is the 21 square U that will basically here 21 only the first story, meaning there are no steps. There is only one step, one floor, one step, but it is heaven, beginning of heaven. I insist on that all the time. So they are quite interesting. This is 22 cube, 48th, 49th is 22 7, and 50th is 22:9. 50 let the one more thing I am interested is 56th. 56th prime number is 26:3. In the sense, this will have basically the 26, which is nothing but 26 is nothing but this 26 is basically I have the other day, yeah, here if you look at this 26, that is the letter Z. Z is nothing but the Kadruva I told you yesterday, and the above this we have 27 and 28 in Hindu mythology. If you want to explain it in Hindu mythology, then this will be something like the Trimurtis. Trimurti are the 6 cube. 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube together form 6 cube. That 6 cube is 26 steps it will have. 26 stories it will have. Three, and it will have only 3 steps. 3 steps and 26 what do you call the floors, stories. So yeah, and let me explain this why I basically I will go to the subject slide. Who are CGGs? Next subject is CGGs. Who are CGGs? CGGs are basically, the term CGG comes into picture in Gnostic cosmos. In the Gnostic school of thought, they believe, in fact I believe too, that there is the God, source or one, there is his spouse, the mother, and they have a son, and in fact Christ, and Christ has 12 more companions, and same is repeated below also. Below in the sense, probably I need to remind you about that. This is important here, because this is the one father, this is the mother, this is this is the Christ, the child, and he has four sets of the ions, what do you call ions. So there are 12 here, 12 ions apart from Christ. So yeah, and then here Yaldabaoth also has 12 ions, in the sense seven planetary archons and 5 archons of abyss. 5 archons of abyss. Let me explain using the other diagram. Here there are 5 natural elements below the crust, in the sense 1 cube is fire, or what we call Agni in Sanskrit. 2 cube is basically the air, or what we call Vayu in Sanskrit. And apart from these two, there is water. The number of earth is 10, right? I have shown you in the other slide yesterday I have shown you the calculation, how to calculate the energy of a planet, right? That I have shown you, and I will show once again. Probably I should keep it handy because each time I am searching for that, which may cause you a bit confusion as well as let me every time I am showing you this slide. Yeah, this is this slide. Let's say here we have values for each of the planets. 2 is Mercury, 6 is Venus, 10 is Earth. So that value, if you take here, we have the fire, the air, earth, which is 3 square plus 1 earth, and what more do we have? Water. Water is nothing but 10, as I have explained yesterday. Water is H2O. H2O, H atomic number of H is 1, atomic number of O is 8. So H2O will be 2 into 1 plus 8, that is 10. So that is the water on the surface of Earth. And last one is ether, they say. Ether is nothing but soul. So that soul could be 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube, anything. So if it is the soul is 2 cube, 3 cube, then it will be Chandra Vamsha. If it is 4 cube, it will be Surya Vamsha. It is 5 cube, will be Rudra Vamsha. And below this we have the Vayu Vamsha and Agni Vamsha also. So that's we have covered this one. We have covered. Yeah, we are actually, while explaining CGGs, I came here. So those are the CGGs. So each of those 12 ions in the heaven have their counterparts. Male and female counterparts are together. So you can call this is a CGG. CGG, and the male part is Christ here, and female part is Uranus. So the planet Uranus and Christ together are one such CGG. This is the highest CGG, in fact. Similarly, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 7 plus 7 females, 7 males, 7 squares, 7 cubes. So these 1, 2, already we have counted. So there are 7 of these CGGs, pairs of ions, and all of those pairs of ions, half of them, namely squares, are females, which are squares, and males are cubes. So these are the 14 CGGs in the heaven. Right? Yeah, let us go to this slide again. Egyptian, Hindu, Christian Trinities. Yeah. Now, and one more thing, actually, I wanted to show you this too. Okay, let us keep it this way. How in this is nothing but the Pascal's triangle. Blaise Pascal gave us a triangle. It's very useful, very deep in esoteric meaning. It contains a lot of meaning. In fact, we call this the spire, staircase to heaven, they call it. So if you observe this row, well, first row, let us take like these such rows, and this is the second row, this is the third row, this is the fourth row. Like if you take those rows, then first row on either side has only ones. If you observe the second row, it has the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on either side. And if you go to the third row, what is it? What does it have? 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, 36, 45. What does it remind you of? It's a big pain, but we have to put up with that. But those are the third row was nothing but 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28. See here, if you observe the third row on either side, it is basically 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 28, 36, and 45. We have discussed only till 28. So till here only we have discussed. So that is the staircase to heaven, right? They call it. That's a big pain. Let us remove that basically. Yeah. So now the Trinity, Egyptian, Hindu, and Christian Trinities. What are they? Uh, for that, we need the basically the other day's diagram here. Let us say it's not even that. We will be needing. Yeah, here. We already know that 15 with 13 had 5 children. 5 cube, 4 cube, 3 cube, 2 cube, 1 cube. And basically this guy, uh, when we say the, what do you call, the pagan trinity, we have, what was the subject line again? Subject line is Egyptian, Hindu, and Christian. Yes, of course. Let us discuss all the 3 trinities. Here, this is O, and 13, with 13, he had these kids. Okay. So, in the Egyptian trinity is nothing but the, that is the Sanatana Dharma, that is Egyptian trinity is Osiris along with Mary has 5 kids. In fact, 5th kid is ruling. His eldest kid is ruling. This is the Ra Amun, or the invisible Ra. So this is what the Egyptian Trinity is. Egyptian Trinity is nothing but Om. Om is Egyptian Trinity. And yeah, what is the next? Let us go to the Hindu Trinity. Hindu Trinity is bit different, though it says Om is its basically beginning of the world. Hindu Trinity also has these guys. I think I'll have to explain this guy, this figure again. Hindu Trinity, this 26 guy is nothing but 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube. That is this guy, 666 guy. You can call that entity Kali, as I explained yesterday, which is nothing but 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube, right? That is another trinity. So there are two trinities in Hindu mythology. Om is one trinity in the sense Osiris, Mary is, you can call, say, Parvati. So Rudra, his spouse, and their son Horus. Sun is nothing but Horus in Egyptian mythology. So this is one trinity. The pagan trinity of Osiris, Mary, and Horus is also a trinity, holy trinity in Hindu religion. Apart from that, there is this guy 666, who is basically, we call it, the entity we call it Kali or Kala or the Time Lord. So this Time Lord is the one who basically is combination of 3 cube, 4 cube, and 5 cube. That is, it comes here. This is the 5 cube, this is the 4 cube, and this is the 3 cube. This whole thing is this is 23. 23rd letter is W. 25th letter is Y. 24th letter is X. So the combination of these three is again the, what do you call, the Trimurti. So he rules the Trimurti. This guy 26, which is nothing but the Kala or Kali. This guy rules the world with the help of 23 W, 25 the Yaldabath, not Yaldabath. This is you can call it as a basically, in a way, he is also Rudra, in the sense he is the upper Rudra, there is lower Rudra. In the sense, this is a solidified form, kind of. It is at a higher level. So this is basically 3, this is 5, this is 4. So this trinity of W, Y, and X, this guy, this is the Kala or Kali, or basically there is another term called Dhruva. Dhruva, the Ra of Va. Va is here W, not V. So this picture represents the Dhruva Nakshatra ruling with the help of the trinity of Yal. Shiva is called the Layakara. So this is the Layakara, and X is of course the Vishnu, and W is of course the Brahma, kind of. So these three, with the help of these three, he rules from Dhruva Nakshatra. That is basically Aldebaran also. It is nearer to. So that is that Trimurti in Hindu mythology. Let us take Christian mythology now. In the Christian mythology, when it comes to Christian mythology, the picture is different. 28 squared is the God in the sense Father. 24 squared, letter X, this is double N, let us say 28 squared is N plus N, 14 plus 14 squared. X is 24th letter, so 24 squared. With the help of 24 squared, God rules this world of 22 squared and 22 squared. That is double V, not double U. So my favorite number has come here, 22 plus 22, 44. So he rules this world of 44 with the help of 24 square, and so this is the father. This is 27 stars are mother, 27 is mother, the kid is 24, the child, Christ is 24, and this is, of course, the world, the physical world. This world is a perfect world, 44, and that world, he, God, 28 square, along with the help of his spouse, 27 squared, and uh, here let us go here. So what was set with the 44? So 44 was 19 and 3. In the sense, they still, 19 is still there. We have not entered the heaven yet. You enter the heaven only when you cross 19. So at 19 the energy splits into, becomes electromagnetic radiation. So wave, uh, from here the light doesn't split. So that 47 is ideal, but 44 is near ideal. So it is in fact gray in color and not white yet. So excuse me. So that's a Christian Trinity. Christian Trinity is, as I told you just now, this is the Christian Trinity. When Vega becomes pole star, 28 squared rules with, along with 27 squared. 27 squared is the mother, and 24 squared is the sun, and this is the physical world. But it is still not completely heaven. So this is this 28 square, this 21 square or 22 square rather, because 22, as I told you, it is double V, not double U. So 22 squared is also not completely rid of the dark darkness. Now let us go to the last subject. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, is Venus or Shukra, and Kukulkan, the snake, is Earth's crust or Patala. So let us go here. This is one of my favorite subjects always, Chichen Itza pyramid. So the Quetzalcoatl, what is happening here? What does it represent? Now, just now we discussed that till this is nothing but this is again when we see what is that? That is nothing but this world. This is the right? This is the 15 square, 225. Of course, you could form 216 rules. The Trimurti's rule. This Om, the Om is within this basically. So, yeah, Google Khan, yeah, sorry. Bit tired. The video is bit long today. Anyway, this becomes 15 squared. This is pyramid itself represents the basically the Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma in the sense here uh, we have only 13 stories, the 13 steps each for 9 stories, 9 floors. So those 13 represents basically M, the letter M, or the sub-Neptunian world. Neptune is the outermost planet here. So this pyramid represents the worlds up to, physical worlds up to Neptune. That is 13th Loka, Tapaloka. So at the end, what is the result? If you why I call, let me explain why I called this as a staircase to heaven. I said So, how it is the staircase to heaven? Let us see. We have the ions A, B, E, I, O, as we have seen earlier, and O, once this is complete, O will become N. This will become N, right? So till here only, this world represents till here only. So when it is N, that means the Garuda or Geradamas has fully formed. In the sense, the man with the wings, man has become a bird. So he can fly. But if you go down this world, then you will end up in 6 cube. In the sense, the black trinity, the black hole, or the kala, or the what do you call? We can say 6 cube, Kali. If you go down this path, then you'll end up in 6 cube. So meaning this is a BLA. When you reach here, then if you have already perfected your ways and mastered the crown chakra, then you will become 15 squared and fly off. That is, you will end up in heaven. But otherwise, if you sin, if you do bad karma, and you slid further down and till the patala, and where this is the basically 6 cube. 6 cube rules the patala, and you will go to 6Q and come back to life. And there is one more small thing I wanted to explain. When I mentioned Quetzalcoatl, uh, it is a feathered serpent, which is Venus. In the sense, this part is Venus. What we were when we clap at the from the north and west corners of the pyramid, we heard bird's voice. But that bird's voice is not quite 15 squared. If you 15 squared is heaven, beginning of heaven, but here the bird that was we were hearing was this small bird, which is just above the lower two worlds, in the sense lower world basically, that is the Venus. First lowest is Agni, Mercury, and then it is the Venus, and this bird is basically the Venus, not the voice was reverberating through this chimney like structure, and through chimney this Venus, the bird's voice we were hearing from here, not quite the Garuda's voice. So basically this pyramid is uh, uh, represents only 13.9 at the most. To begin with, it was 13.7, that is basically 33rd prime number, 13 and 7, when it was built. But it had provision for 34th also, that is 13 and 9, which will have one sun and two moons here. So that was about the Quetzalcoatl, and yeah, of course, this is Kukulkan. Kukulkan is the serpent slithering down the steps. If you go down the steps, you will end up in Kukulkan. You remember that guy was clapping at the other structure near the Chichen pyramid, and that structure he has clearly shown the head of a snake, right? That head of the snake is the 6 cube or the Patala. you will enter the Patala. So the choice is yours whether you want to climb up this ladder till here and reach the Brahmaloka or the Satyaloka, 14th Loka, or you climb down. Right now, let us say we are here. We have the sun is the sun. Rudra, if Rudra is also here. You may not know. I have explained earlier. From 1983, Rudra was here. In the sense, they call him Planet X, and that Planet X is very much here. So we are in this age, the Sanatani age still. So do you want to go down this path and end up in Patala, or do you want to climb, rather, let's say, from here, climb up this path and end up in Brahmaloka, heaven? So it's your choice. Choose between. And the other concept from Hindu mythology is Brahma, the 28 squared. Let's say, but if this is you call consider this the Brahma Loka. So Brahma is the creator god, and the basically six cube, the Kali or Kala, or basically Shiva plays the destroyer. Shiva is known as the destroyer. Brahma creates, and here the down. If you go down, you will end up in Patala, and the god for Patala, the lord of the dead is Shiva, the god of the dead. So if you end up here, you'll go to Patala, and everything is destruction. Below this A, this whole thing, all the lower worlds, the lokas of the earth are dark, dense. Lower you go, this path, denser it will get, and there is no light at all. So this will be eternal hell. So will you want to take the side of the creator god, or want to go with the destroyer god? It's up to you. It's your choice. Thank you very much for watching the video. Now I will call it a day. It has already crossed the limit. So let me come up with some other idea whenever I do. Okay, so bye for now. Thank you.